Hello, my name is Jenna Bosiger, and thank you for watching Cryptic Cryptids YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell, and let's get started. Almost finished with the next episode called California Cryptids, and it's about both reports of giants and Native American reports of Bigfoot. And it's interesting to do the comparison of the two because there are quite a few similarities that I found. Before I do that though, I wanted to make this short video comparing my cryptid that I caught on camera at the Palm Oasis with these coastal Salish Sasquatch masks. So the reason I felt so compelled to do this video is because when I was looking at the Salish Sasquatch masks, I noticed a common feature that they had, many of them had, and it's a strange and unique feature of the mouth. So in many of these Sasquatch mouths, the Sasquatch's lips are shaped like they are about to maybe stick their tongue out. And one of the features of my cryptid that I caught on camera from the Palm Oasis, his mouth looks like he's sticking his tongue out at me. Seeing these Sasquatch masks really made me think of my peeping cryptid, and I wanted to kind of do a comparison of the two. So it was really hard to lighten the face and see the left side of the face without losing all the details in the right. And I don't know what you can see in the mouth. I clearly see the cryptid sticking his tongue out at me. So I went online and I found two stock pictures of two people sticking their tongues out, and I placed them over my cryptid and lined them up to kind of emphasize and enhance the tongue sticking out and to see how it really matches up so that when I take the picture away, it'll stand out more clearly, and hopefully you'll see that tongue sticking out also. So then I decided to do the same with some of the Salish Sasquatch masks to see what would happen. And it was really interesting because what happened was where the hole is in the mouth, the tongue fits perfectly. So they really do kind of go together. One thing that I made sure that I did too, I thought it was important, and I'll just point it out. When I was enlarging or shrinking the Salish masks, I made sure to hold the shift key down so to keep the proportions the same. I thought that was important, and everything really lined up to this face here that I have. The masks and my peeping cryptid here, they really lined up. And then in a couple of them, I erased the hole in the mouth between the lips, and then the tongue just stuck out perfectly through there. And then in a couple others, I erased on the Salish masks, I erased where the eyes would go. So the eyes in the peeping cryptid will come through those holes in the Salish mask. And like I said, keeping the proportions of the mask the same, all the features really lined up quite well. And I really wish that I could talk to a Salish Sasquatch artist who knows the reason that they made so many of the Bigfoot mouths like that. And I just wonder, is there a connection or a similarity with my photo of the palm cryptid's mouth? So I found a little bit more out about the Salish and the Sasquatch history and their relationship to the Sasquatch giants from Vancouver Island. The coastal Salish North American tribe are in Vancouver Island, British Columbia, and parts of Washington State. Some of these masks actually do come from the Mount St. Helens area. Their name for the Bigfoot is the most well-known of all, and that is Sasquatch. This is coming from joejack.com/Sasquatch HTML. It's a very interesting website that you should check out. But it says on one of the pages, the Cowichan people gave him the name Thumquas. A 7 to 12 foot tall man-ape has been sighted in North America for centuries. This mysterious creature, also known as Bigfoot, many may consider Sasquatch to be a mythical creature, but for the Cowichan people, they are very real. Before the European invasion, Native Americans knew of the creature and gave him the name Sasquatch, which means hairy giant. The Cowichan people gave him the name Thumquas. July 20th, 1905, Daily Columnist. Vancouver Island, British Columbia. He is still wild, the Cowichan leader says. The wild man of Vancouver Island has again been seen by a prospector while out in the mountains last week near Cowichan Lake. He reports seeing what he believes was the much talked of wild man. He saw something through the bush. At first sight thought it was a bear and raised his rifle, moving a little closer when, to his surprise, a man straightened up before him. He immediately lowered his gun and shouted to him, but the wild man at once sprang into the thicket and was lost to view. The prospector tried to follow, but because of the dense undergrowth was forced to give up the chase. Not many people have heard the lonely, chilling cries and howls of Bigfoot, but those who have and know the sounds of the wilderness say it's unforgettable sound like no other. On the night of July 8th, 1975, a native man camping at the barn located beside the Cowichan River at the furthest end of Mission Road, also known as the power lines to the local natives, reported a strange and unsettling occurrence to the RCMP detachment. I made camp yesterday down beside the barn. In the evening, I cooked a few trout that I had caught earlier in the day. After eating, I was getting a little tired, so I decided to turn in. I climbed into my tent and lay down on my bedroll. I let my dogs run around because they always stay close to camp. I started to doze off to the crickets chirping when suddenly I woke up as if I had one of those dreams where you're falling. I could tell there was something very wrong. In the dead quiet, no crickets, nothing, and then my dogs came running into the tent, whining and shaking. I quickly jumped up. These dogs were very aggressive dogs. I have never seen them scared like that. I grabbed my knife and my flashlight, stepped outside the tent, couldn't see anything, but I had a sensation of being watched. I grabbed some more firewood, threw it on the embers left from the dinner fire. Then I heard some very heavy footsteps right behind me in the trees. There was also a strange odor, almost like a cross between a skunk and something dead. Then the stillness of the night was broken by an eerie sound, the kind of scream no cougar or bear could ever squeeze from their throat. Piercing, echoing, guttural, a single horrible, high-pitched yet throaty, inhuman, unnatural sound that makes your skin crawl. This thing circled my campsite at night, all night long. I didn't sleep at all. I sat there and waited for daybreak, and in the morning I packed my gear and left. June 16th, 2003, original headline. Tracks in strawberry patch left by Sasquatch. Francis Joe kneels beside a trail of a huge footprint crossing the strawberry field beside his home at the end of Boys Road. Francis Joe, 78, was born on the native reserve south of Duncan and has never seen tracks like these before. He believes they belong to the legendary creature the Cowichan people call Thumquas, and others call Sasquatch or Bigfoot. That's not the track of an ordinary human. You could tell if it had some shoes on, he says. Something tramped across Joe's field sometime Sunday night, leaving a straight line of 15-inch tracks running north to south, 3 feet apart in the soil. The tracks also led to memories of when his 3 daughters saw what they think was a Sasquatch at the end of Will Seam Road about 30 years ago. It was just getting dark and it was standing by a ditch staring at us, remembers daughter Jeannie Bob, who claims she saw a Sasquatch about 40 feet away. It was really big, black and hairy, and had a very strong smell. I wasn't kidding then, and now I really believe it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short little presentation, this comparison I did between the peeping cryptid of the Palm Oasis and the Salish Sasquatch masks from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. And some of them are also from Mount St. Helens area. What is going on with the Sasquatch mouth? Why do their masks have the mouth shaped like that? And does it have anything to do with why my Sasquatch is sticking his tongue out? Or was he mimicking me that day? I look forward to the next episode that's almost finished called California Cryptids. All right, thanks a lot. Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to see more episodes like this.